Hi, awesome people. It's been a while, and I've been away for many reasons, life, this and that, and health, and school. And the most important thing is that I'm back now, and I am going to share with you today why my Gotta Knit Them All project failed. So, I have put the project on hiatus due to many reasons, but the biggest reason that the project failed is because I chose to do too much at once. And what I mean by that is I didn't spend enough time in the creation phase of Gotta Knit Them All, and just like really jumped right into the business and the sharing rather than being in the play, the fun, the artistic moment for Gotta Knit Them All, and I lost my inspiration. I lost my momentum. Another reason why I didn't do so well in this project is because I let everybody else's voices get to me. I didn't realize I was letting them get to me, but after sharing the project way too much with outside forces, it got to me when people were like, "Oh, that's such a large project. I could never do that," or when people are like, "Oh, that's so hard," or "That's too many," or "You got a lot of work cut out for you." And yes, I do have a lot of work cut out for me for a project, but it didn't mean that you needed to share that. So it was a good lesson to me to keep that to myself. I did already say that I went into the business part way too quickly and sharing it because there's a lot of steps to that. There's the creation of the pattern, then there's the writing of the pattern, then there's the testing out the pattern, then there's the putting it out for sale, and that became a little overwhelming. So that's why that project failed, and I will not be doing that again. And so I'll be spending more time in the creation fun part of projects before I start advertising. And speaking of advertising and selling. Speaking of fun projects that I am working on, that I am thoroughly enjoyed. I have been doing these little doodles, and here is just one piece. And the thing about these little doodles is that the body shape stays about the same, and I get to express my fandom more. I don't really like doing fan art, but I love doing these little doodles to show what I'm really interested in. Like, I love Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is so fun. Giant robots fighting giant monsters. What else could you want, really? It's just like giant robots fighting giant monsters. That's awesome. So yeah, I do this for fun. And they're actually called kawaii critters. And that's kawaii, I mean, not kawaii, or cute in Japanese, critters, with a Z at the end, critters. And you can find that at kawaiicritters.tumblr.com. So that brings me into my next topic. I have found several social medias that I am comfortable posting on. I tried to do a little too much with the other social medias, and I didn't particularly care for them. Didn't particularly care for Twitter. I'm okay with Facebook. Facebook and me have come to an agreement, so that works. Especially now that I'm on Instagram, and Instagram is great, which you can find me on Instagram at josephineanimates.com. Not .com. You can find me at josephineanimates on Instagram, or josephineanimates.weebly.com, where you can find all the links to my social media. I found that DeviantArt was a little hard for me to work with because of how their category system is set up, and it's hard to be seen on DeviantArt, and it's hard to feel like I'm being noticed when I just really want to share and make an archive of what I'm working on, and that's how I use Instagram. Instagram is an archive of what I'm doing because I have so many crafts and arts and things that I am working on constantly that I lose track of what I'm working on. And so that's how I keep up with it. So you can find me there, Josephine Animates on Instagram, Josephine Animates on Tumblr. Don't forget to check out Kawaii Critters on Tumblr as well. They're super fun, and I usually post every 2 days because I am drawing them in my journal, I'm drawing them in my Hobonichi, I'm just sketching them all the time. Like, I just finished some Avenger sketches that I will be sharing with you, and they're so cute! Like, the Hulk is the best! That's my favorite. Alrighty, so I'll catch you guys later. Bye!